You know that old saying with agencies, you can have it fast, good, or cheap? Pick two? Well, what if you didn't have to choose? What if you could actually get speed, quality, and adaptability? That's the promise behind the LoveJob model. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and see exactly how they're delivering on all three.
So really, anytime you hire an agency, it all comes down to a couple of key questions, right? How do you make sure the work is top-notch and delivered on time? And maybe even more importantly, what happens when your priorities suddenly change? The LoveJob model is built to tackle exactly that. And the foundation for everything, well, it's total radical transparency.
Okay, so the whole partnership is built around what they call a single source of truth. And what does that mean? It means you can forget about hunting through endless email chains or guessing about the status of a project. The whole point is to give you, the client, a completely clear window into everything that's happening, right from day one. And this is how they make it happen. Every client gets a shared ClickUp workspace. Now, don't just think of this as some static project plan. It's more like the project's central nervous system. It's a living, breathing command center where you can see every single action and every update in real time.
And this kind of transparency, it has some serious real-world benefits. I mean, you can track any task as it's happening. You can see other work sprints are lining up perfectly with your milestones. There's a shared roadmap, so you're never surprised about what's coming down the pipeline. And get this, a centralized asset library so anyone on your team, anywhere in the world, can grab what they need. It's all about putting you right in the driver's seat.
Okay, so transparency is locked in. The next big piece of the puzzle is speed. And we're not talking about vague promises here. Like, we'll get on it ASAP. No, this is about a concrete, reliable commitment to a specific pace of work you can actually count on.
And they actually formalize this promise in something called a service level agreement, or an SLA. But listen, this isn't just some corporate buzzword they throw around. It's treated like a hard-coded guarantee. It's a real, tangible promise of how responsive they'll be and when you can expect things done. It's baked right into the deal. And just look at how specific this gets. They're promising a response to any communication in under 4 hours. Need social media assets? You'll have them in 48 hours. And what if a crisis hits and your priorities get turned upside down? You're guaranteed a replanning meeting within 2 days. See, that's more than just speed. It's predictability. It completely removes that awful feeling of uncertainty that you get with so many agencies.
All right, so we've got transparency and we've got speed. The final piece is agility. Because let's face it, things always change, right? So how does this system handle that? Well, the engine driving it all is a really powerful combination, a truly agile mindset that's supercharged by an AI-powered workflow. It's all about adapting at the speed business actually moves today.
This quote right here, it just nails what agility looks like in the real world. So imagine this. You've got a whole campaign planned out, but suddenly your boss says, we need employee testimonials and we need them now. In the old agency model, that would kick off a chain reaction of new quotes, contract changes, and just delays. But here, the resources just shift. The team pivots right along with you, instantly. No red tape, no friction, it just happens.
And that human flexibility is then put on steroids with technology. We're talking about generative AI, but not as some gimmick. It's a core part of the toolkit they use to optimize the entire workflow, from the first spark of an idea all the way to the final delivery.
They're using the whole shebang, really. Large language models, or LLMs, for whipping up copy and brainstorming strategy, Midjourney to create stunning visuals for concepts, and a bunch of other Gen AI tools for video and audio. The goal here is super simple. Make everything as efficient as possible and pack the absolute most value into every single hour you're paying for.
So you might be wondering, what's the glue that holds all this together? How do they make transparency, speed, and agility actually work? It all comes down to the framework they've built, the Agile Subscription Model. Let's break down how that actually works for you. It's actually pretty straightforward, just 3 steps. First, you pick a monthly package of hours, whatever fits your needs. Then, boom, you get access to their entire team of experts. We're talking strategists, writers, video editors, the works. And here's the magic part. You can point those experts at whatever is your top priority at any given moment. Total flexibility. And that transparency we talked about, it absolutely extends to the billing. It's made crystal clear what's included and what's not. Your monthly fee covers the team's brainpower and skills, strategy, writing, video production, all that stuff. Those bigger, variable costs, like your ad spend or a huge video shoot, well, those are handled separately.
The bottom line is, you're never ever going to get a surprise on your bill. So when you put it all together, you've got the total visibility from ClickUp, you've got the guaranteed speed from the SLA, and you've got the incredible flexibility of the subscription model. What you end up with is something that feels, well, different. It stops feeling like you're working with an outside vendor and starts feeling like you have a dedicated project team that's truly embedded right inside your own organization.
When you look at it, this whole model really feels like it was designed as a direct answer to how business actually works today. Fast, transparent, and constantly changing. Which really just leaves one final question for you to chew on. Is your agency designed for the speed of now